Coming up on the dime, Durant and the Thunder strikes down at the Rose Garden, but a notable absence for the Trailblazers. We've got the very latest on Brandon Roy's injury, plus the race for the 2 seed heats up between the Nuggets and Mavericks. And speaking of heat, Dwayne Wade stays hot for Miami. The Daily Dime drops now.
For Nate McMillan and Portland. Harden with the steal, splits to defense.
Dunk it, please.
To the rim, puts it on his head.
Thank you. Dunk it, please. You dunked the basketball, James Harden.
And great to have you with us as always. Welcome into the Daily Dime. I'm John Anik. Later, the Mavs look to maintain control of the 2 seed with a 4th straight win, and the Nuggets look to keep pace against the Grizz. But we begin elsewhere in the wild, wild West, and the Blazers' season of injuries unfortunately continues. Brandon Roy has a torn meniscus in his right knee. His playoff status is now uncertain. Roy will have surgery at some point, but may try to play through the injury since the damage has already been done. Meantime, just 3 nights left in the regular season, and the Spurs, Blazers, and Thunder all have the same goal in mind: avoid the Lake Show in the opening round of the Western Conference playoffs. Portland helped its cause with a win at L.A. on Sunday. All the while, the Thunder inexplicably blew a 20-point lead and lost at Golden State. So Monday night would qualify as a big one at the Rose Garden. The Blazers home for Team Durant. So Brandon Roy with that torn meniscus, a reluctant spectator as the Blazers played host to the Thunder. Early second quarter, James Harden the steal and the monster flush on the other end. Look out below. Thunder led by 10 early. Fourth quarter now, Portland down 1. Andre Miller drives and finds Marcus Camby trailing the play. Camby had 30 points, 13 rebounds. Blazers led it by 1. Later, Thunder down 2. Durant with the nifty finish in traffic. He had 30, and we're knotted at 88. Later, Portland up by 5, and Miller finds Nicholas Batum curling in for 2. The Blazers get a huge win at the Garden, 103-95. Tim Duncan and the Spurs trying to avoid that 8 seed, home for the Timberwolves Monday night. Second quarter, San Antonio up 6, and Duncan will hit the turnaround fadeaway. He was one of 8 Spurs in double figures. Third quarter now, Spurs up 21. Duncan finds Matt Bonner, and Matt Bonner finds the bottom of the net. The Spurs led it 76-52, and then later in the third, the scrimmage continues. Tony Parker into the lane and gets the floating J to go. The Spurs bludgeon the T-Wolves 133-111. So the Thunder's loss means they get the 8th seed, and therefore the Lakers in the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. LA won the regular season series 3-1, with Oklahoma City taking the final meeting at home by 16 points. Now with the bottom half of the standings somewhat sorted out, we shift focus back to the top, and that's where we find the Nuggets and the Mavericks, separated by just 1 game with 2 to play. But after the mellow meltdown against the Spurs Saturday, Denver now needs 2 wins and help to get the number 2 seed, while all the Mavs need to do is win out. So first to Denver, then to LA for the highlights. Carmelo Anthony and the Nuggets still fighting for seeding in the West, home for the Memphis Grizzlies. First quarter, it's Denver up by 5. Aaron Aflalo, the nice pass down low to Nene for 2. He had 20. Nugs by 7 early. Second quarter now, a 1-point game. And off the Rudy Gay miss, Nene gets the board and sends the long pass up ahead to Melo for the easy deuce. Anthony had 21. Denver led by 6 at the break. Third quarter now, the Nuggets up 14. And off the Sam Young miss, Zach Randolph fighting for the board, and Nene goes down. Randolph called for the foul, and not happy, you see on the replay, Nene grabs Randolph's arm. So the foul maybe should have been called the other way, but Randolph won't let it go. He gets his second tee of the game, and as they say, he gone. Meantime, late in the third, J.R. Smith with the triple. He had a game-high 26. The Nuggets blow out the Grizzlies 123-101. Sean Marion back in the Dallas lineup. The Mavericks on the road at the Clip Joint. Late second quarter, all Mavs. And if you look up fast break in the dictionary, this is what you see. Jay Kidd laying it out for Marion, 64-43 Dallas. Midway through the third now, Eric Dampier feeding Marion. Another highlight reel jam there. 89-62 Mavs. Marion finished with 21. Later in the third now, still all Dallas. Dampier this time finds Dirk Nowitzki for 3. Nothing but bottom there for Dirk. He had 25. The Mavs clobber the Clips in LA, 117-94. All right, now look at the updated Western Conference standings. The Mavericks win puts them a full game up on the Nuggets. Each team has just one game remaining. The Trailblazers and Spurs both win on Monday. They're still battling for the 6th seed. The Oklahoma City loss locks them into the 8th spot, meaning they will travel to LA to play the Lakers in the first round.